First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here, and I'd also like to thank many of the Arubian people who have stopped us in the street to express their apologies and their feelings of shame for the experiences that we've been dealing with due to the actions of our neighbors at number 37 Verano in Cerviento. The support that we've had due to the recent media exposure has meant a great deal to us. Our thanks also goes to Trudy Hassel for all of her efforts regarding this situation and the support that she has given us, even at 2 and 3 in the morning. I am sure that getting her out of bed at this ungodly hour is not the requirements of her position which she holds, but she has always been there, regardless of the hour. There are others, but I won't mention their names, and I'm sure that they're aware of the appreciation that we feel for the time that they have spent with us during the time that we've needed them. We took great care in choosing Aruba as an island where we would spend our retirement years. During the many visits, we enjoyed the friendliness of the local people, and we truly believed in our hearts and minds that Aruba was a friendly, safe, and welcoming island where we could spend the rest of our lives enjoying the beauty that the Arubian people are so fortunate to call their own. We arrived here on the island in July of 2011, a little over a year ago, to spend the rest of our retirement in peace and tranquility on what was portrayed as the happy island of Aruba. Unfortunately for us, this past year has been one of hell. We have neighbors living at 37 Verano who have made it their call to do whatever it may take to get us out of this area. The loud pounding boom boom music was unbearable coming from their home, and sometimes the vehicles that were parked in front of their house also had this music coming from the cars. We asked them to turn down the music, and the reply we received at the time was, "You are in Aruba now, bitch." This is all it appears to have taken them and put them into action. From that day on, they went out of their way to try and make our lives miserable. The music was turned up even louder if that was at all possible. There was always large numbers of people there, I would say from the ages of 14 to 24. One of the guys, whom we now know as Michelle Farrow, and lives at number 34 Verano, played a very big role in the problems that we have faced. Shortly after our arrival, our car was parked in front of our home. Problems began, and 5 or 6 of the guys decided that our car was their target. When I told them to get away from our car, I was informed that because it was not parked in our driveway and was on government property, that it was theirs to claim. When my husband came out to tell them to get away from the car, Michelle Farrow was one of them who jumped on the fence and made attempts to come into our yard while the other 4 or 5 started to swarm around my husband, all the while screaming and making threats at him. I was on the phone to the police as he was attempting to come back into the yard and close the gate, as the situation was becoming quite serious. As he was trying to close the gate, the boys broke the gate while trying to force their way in our yard. One of them threatened me by yelling, "You will be the next Natalie Holloway."